Now we're live. Yeah. Hotty toddy. Real chill hotty toddy, huh? That's not bad.
Not so bad.
I wanted to switch the music up. I don't know. I don't feel like I Think I Like It by the London Souls is really doing it for me anymore.
Well, you know that's going to get taken down, and then it's just going to be us dancing to nothing.
But it's the remix.
Okay.
So we'll see. I'm gonna try to keep a low beat going while we do, the intro part a little bit.
Oh,
Real real producing part.
Yeah.
Well, before we get into a couple of things for this Sweat Equity podcast, I'm your host, Law Smith. Over on that side, Eric Reginger.
That's me, Revinger.
Looking tiny on video if you're watching on Facebook Live. For some reason, we have a weird angle with our Mevo camera. But before we get into some LinkedIn business, some Amazon business, we got some business, and that is one of our sponsors. Let's go with... Hey,
You actually had it handy.
I have it. We're getting better. We always improve, right?
Yeah.
Continuous improvement. This studio, like the intro song, it's going to get better with time, right? Mm-hmm. We're going to have a couple screens back there so we can see ourselves. Let's pipe
really
that down.
putting yourself over for just putting a piece of paper where it belongs.
I'm very good at giving myself credit, a lot of credit where credit isn't due. FreshBooks. Hey, man, you got a small business or you're doing your side hustle, right? You got to keep your accounting legit. I'm not great at it. I got to get on a routine a little bit better, but I think we got to switch over from QuickBooks. That takes a huge vig on every invoice. I looked at it. They take like 3.5%. I think FreshBooks has a better percentage when you invoice people. So our sponsor of this episode is FreshBooks, accounting software for entrepreneurs. We're going to give out our listeners get a 30-day free trial. And if you go to gofreshbooks.com/sweat, like Keith Sweat.
Yep.
If Keith Sweat did his own books, he would go to the URL gofreshbooks.com/sweat.
Sweatbooks might be a new business. I shouldn't have said it on the air.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
They're going to take that domain.
Shit. Okay.
All right. So
I'll write it down.
let's get into it. All that stuff. Subscribe on iTunes, YouTube, share this with a friend, Facebook page, share it. We try to go live when we can. Today is only a mini episode. We don't have a lot of time today, but we're going to...
Miniaturizing myself.
Okay, that actually looked pretty funny on video.
That was going for it.
You should just keep it there, man. You can see yourself.
As teeny tiny as possible.
How are you feeling, by the way?
I don't know. What are we talking about today?
I'm getting the temperature. I want people to know where your head's at. I'm a little gassed, but...
I've been sick for a week.
Mm-hmm.
Almost died, I think. Not clinically.
Welcome back.
But, these kids will do it to you. There's just no relief.
I want to ask you about working while sick now, because all our stuff, I tell everybody it's a blessing and a curse. A lot of the work we do is online.
Mm-hmm.
It's great because you can work anywhere, but it kind of sucks because A, everybody thinks it's instant, and B, you have this weird, like when I didn't do stand-up, I've been on a stand-up break for a while and I feel guilty. It's kind of the same way with the work.
Yeah.
When you have like a spare hour.
Yeah, because you tell yourself you can still sit there and move your finger around, do the mouse. Why can't you just get up and do it? You're not that sick.
I always think of like old Vikings that had to do like manual labor to get it. They had to row all day.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about like we need to get something like tangible to do in here that can be related to the work or just something completely separate to keep our hands in a different kind of like our mind in a different thing, Because what we're doing, it's
like
not
a
tangible.
Punching bag or something?
Punching bag. I would love a punching bag if it didn't make so much goddamn noise. But I'm saying like we were talking about trying to do something in this middle foyer area that's like either you like to paint or we both crave wanting to be a woodworker, but we're not.
Right.
But that stuff like that where you can do something that is unrelated to any computer or phone or
Yeah.
whatever.
Maybe just get like a lead pipe and then like a wrench that we can go in there and just mash it
Yeah.
when we're angry.
Yeah, like the Wonderland Murders. Yeah,
Right.
that'll be John Holmes and all that.
Yeah, we just need something to smash into, I think.
I think that works. I mean, we have workout equipment in here.
I know, but it's not the same.
It's definitely not the same. No, but there is some satisfaction of doing stuff around dad stuff around the house. You know, and I do get. I need a good mix. I feel like a lot of people do too.
Yeah.
But you were sick. You Amazon Prime anything?
What, like to help make me feel better?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in this weird thing where I'm like, do we Amazon Prime too much?
Yeah, I know.
Is it bad?
Yeah,
There's something bad
it-
about it.
It
I don't
is
know.
something bad about it. You have to earn your bottles of water, your toilet paper, for some reason. I don't know. I feel bad about it too. I don't know why.
I want to use Shipped for all like essential items that we need every week.
Yeah.
And Amazon is probably going to blow them out of the water once they get with every grocery store. But like, I want to get like never have to worry about diapers and
See,
formula.
we got the diaper subscription.
Yeah,
They have the subscription stuff.
I know, but there's something like neither I nor my wife really loves about that, and we can't put our finger on it. Does it feel lazy? I don't know. I think it's smart, but
It just feels like you're buying into the man. They gotcha.
no,
They got you.
it's something like I
Oh,
don't
that's
know.
what I think.
There's something about going to get it yourself. And this wouldn't get for everything. I think like you got to still go and get like stuff at the deli.
Right.
You still got to go get vegetables and things like that. But things that are not super perishable, like
Yeah, I think it's either or.
paper towels and shit like that.
Yeah. Why? I mean, why are you feeling guilty? I don't get
I
it.
don't know. I want to see if anybody
Is it-
listening has the same thing.
I guess because the UPS man has to take it to your door himself.
Well, we're doing that already. I mean,
I
there's
know,
stuff
but
coming all the
that's-
time. I don't know.
For me, I think because I do feel bad when people are doing manual labor around me and I'm not doing anything. Like I'll get up and what are you moving a table? Oh, here. I'll
We have what's called
at least
soft
pretend to
skills.
help. Yeah.
I call it keyboard soft. It's kind of somewhere between dad bod and pudge. You know, like it's because we're sitting statically. I think we got to get a. I'm going to look it up in a second, but it's that desk I was showing you. That's $400. That looks good, and it actually has a button so it goes up and down.
Yeah.
I feel
For
like
sure.
that little thing, and I know it's really like a fad that like sitting's the new smoking kind of thing. Like,
We'll always have legs and muscles and bones that need to be moved around for sure. Like
I hate that people say sitting's the new smoking, I guess.
you're the only person I've heard say that.
Really?
actually. Yeah.
You need to hang out with some more soft people, I think.
Yeah, I guess. Everybody hang out with this badass.
So, hey,
The standing desk, is that what you were talking
hey,
about?
Alexa, subscribe to our podcast. Is she on?
I don't know what
She's
you're
over there.
doing. Yeah, no, I see it.
No, but I
coming
want
on.
it, if anybody listens to this on speaker,
Oh. Oh, okay, yeah.
subscribe on iTunes. Hey, Alexa, wake up.
Hi, I'm here.
Can you subscribe to Sweat Equity on iTunes?
No, thank you.
Alexa, baby.
Jeez, this is riveting.
Hey, girl. Alexa, what's up? Nothing.
Afternoon. It's 12:35.
Okay.
Here's what's up.
Off the rails.
It's 72 and sunny. Today you can expect partly sunny weather with a high
Oh,
of
man.
78.
If she reads off my calendar.
According to Bleacher Report,
Jeez, do
UCLA
I
What?
turn this
Hey,
off?
yeah, turn.
Angela Ball,
Hey,
Cody Riley.
I don't care about. But that's interesting. I think, because I think, well, this is going to get weird. We were talking about this earlier this morning. Like, obviously, they're picking up our voice when we don't want it, right? You can turn off I've turned off a lot of that stuff for advertising reasons. You can go in the settings and do it, but an update will come around and the default goes back to it being able to
Back
record.
to creepy level.
Right. I don't know. Like, what was the thing you were telling me? You saw an ad.
Oh, I was bitching to my whole family that I lost my glasses.
Uh-huh.
Didn't search for it on any device.
Didn't you go to
anywhere.
Warby Parker?
No. Well, don't throw me under the bus, dude.
Yeah, that's our guys, man.
Anyways, well, I don't know what they got going on, but mine was I Buy Direct, and that's something where I can save my prescription, and it's super cheap too. That's the main thing. But
Warby Parker
that
do
I
that?
Buy Direct came up on something out of nowhere, like an hour later.
And you said it out loud, you think? You said, I'm going to go on I Buy Direct.
No.
Oh.
I said I can't find my effing glasses. Where are my glasses?
And
I was yelling it, and that's probably how it picked it up. But I never said, I need to find my I Buy Direct frames that I lost earlier.
Well, yeah, that would be on the nose for sure. I do think, because you think about, Alexa's what? How much is she? $50? $100?
I don't know how much
Google
she is.
Home is $50. What's the third one out there?
I don't know.
There's another one out there. All these things that are way too cheap, it's getting something that Clips app I love on iPhone. It's like, why would they make this?
Yeah.
Right? There's got to be some that's an expensive app to make.
They need their information. They want to know all the stuff,
Well-
all the things that you're saying, and they need to know it.
It's the line in business. There's no such thing as a free lunch. So it's kind of the thing of when something's too good to be true, it usually is.
Yeah.
And when these voice recognition, AI, AR, whatever you want to call it, systems are like, hey, we're just going to make you. We're going to charge. They're just charging just enough so there's a social contract that it's a real product. Because we've donated work before, and it doesn't get treated the same way as if we severely discounted it. Hey, pay us $50,
right?
Whatever. That's what that is, basically.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes, I never thought of it that way, but I mean, they're going to get that information one way or another. Might as well get cheap electronics out of it.
Well, one thing we're going to do in the holiday season, we're going to make an aggregate list. This is my crazy idea of the morning is I want to do a big blog post for us. Some of the stuff from this podcast that we've given out information. It'll be a promotion tool for this podcast to get out there a little bit more. But at the same time, we're not going to do a holiday party, Christmas party. I don't like coordinating that. I don't want to do it.
Yep.
We've done one party. I don't,
I'm going to have to go to some anyways, so.
Yeah, no,
don't
same
worry.
here.
I'll get my holiday party time in.
Oh, we've already got client ones I haven't sent you. Yeah. I'll go to them. But, I was thinking about that in the sense of all right, let's give out some real pragmatic info. Let's put it all in a blog post. So if any listeners out there want to send us something that's like, hey, have you heard of this site? Here's a discount code for that. Here's my referral code for this. I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, aggregate them.
Yeah, so we want to have listeners send us stuff. We want our friends that come on the podcast, your guest writer, Liz Newman, our social alchemy, social media, expert, Sam Gant, come on and just send us some kind of code, something they know that is helpful advice when you're trying to do your own side business or you just started your own business, those kind of things.
Yeah, like a bibliography? Is that what that is?
No, I don't think so.
No.
But Amazon. So here's one thing we did is Amazon Associates.
Yeah.
So you can make here's what's good about it. If you're the kind of person that likes to give out we get a lot out of oh, here is a link to this thing we bought. I feel like an old Jewish guy, an old Jewish man, oh, you got to get this. You got to get this. You got to go. This product is awesome. This is the best camera to get. You got to get the Mevo live stream camera. Go do it. Here, look, I'll send you a link. Just go check it out. Yeah. Most people won't look it up. It's getting better. Some people are starting to take our advice, but I might as well get some vig on being nice about these products I'm telling people to get that I really like anyway.
You really should get some money for this great person that you are.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, we're doing this podcast as a sponsor.
Even if it's not you. if you have your own small business and you,
It goes
and
back
you
to our
wanna do-
business.
yeah. But if you want to do that Amazon deal too,
So shout out to
but don't take our.
Simplicity Organizing Solutions. We're doing some video campaigns with her, but and Sarah Doring over there. Sorganizing.com. I'll give her a shout out. She was the one who told me about it, and I was like, don't sit on that. Go directly over to that site and apply. For whatever reason, it took 2 months until we got official. But because I talked to another friend that's all about like getting deals on credit card points and all that stuff, and he was like, yeah, we tried to do it for our wedding, but they just realized that we're only doing the stuff we're buying.
Oh yeah.
So it's got to be like it to get it like affiliate links. You got to like have people buy other than just you from one IP address.
How do they know? I mean,
IP.
ahead of time, if you're not going to be approved, how do you know? How do they know whether or not to approve you?
So
that way?
I guess I was in a trial process for a while
Oh,
for us, and then eventually enough people were buying stuff. So like I told you I got a Jameis Winston Bucko Bruce T-shirt for my kid.
Yeah, love it.
I posted it on my Instagram, and then I had like 3 people hit me up. Where'd you get that? And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna make a link out of that, and then I'll send it out because I would just normally just send them the link. You know.
Yeah, it's interesting. I want to know what they make you go through.
Well, I think
mean-
they want to make sure you're not just going through your normal purchases and buying stuff because that would
Yeah.
be pointless almost.
Yeah. Well, like my household, we could probably fund our own.
Well, I mean, there's stuff.
Amazon link.
Yeah,
It
there's
could be a good
stuff.
workaround.
You love Coke Zero.
Sure.
There's stuff like that.
Yeah.
For office, but it needs to be kind of for us. We want to find out like we're doing a lot more of this guerrilla video package for our clients, and so it's like some of them don't have a camera, like a DSLR camera. So it's like let's package that together, give them some options, but we might as well get some vig on it anyway.
Yeah.
So
Great idea.
same with the Mevo camera. I've told a bunch of people to buy this.
I was doing it yesterday.
I
My buddy John Paul, tampaniacpictures.com.
yeah,
I can do shout outs too.
it's okay.
He
You
was- I
just
was
surely
telling him-
can.
No, I was telling him for weddings and stuff. Like that's the next thing. You need to plant one of those puppies down and then live stream to people out of town.
That's a very good call because there's businesses that get paid a lot for
Yeah,
that service, and all you have to do is go to put it live stream to YouTube, Vimeo, and Facebook.
Yeah.
Woo! You get the new one.
Yeah, the new one does all 3.
I think so.
Yeah, we end up talking about that camera every podcast.
It's fucking cool.
I know.
It's
That's why we keep
it finds
talking
your
about
it finds your face. We don't need a video editor.
Yeah.
And it's pretty easy to use. Like it's got its kinks, but for the technology, we get so like complacent with technology and apps and all this shit that you forget how awesome a lot of this stuff is. I have a Bluetooth pen
I know.
that records what I write down in this notebook that costs $1 more than a normal notebook because that's like Bluetooth paper has little dots on it. But it backs up every joke I write into Evernote. It backs up all this stuff.
Yeah.
Because I've lost notes. And you're in client meetings. You don't really want to you just want to kind of scribble down stuff. We're big into recording more, but like I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that you just go, this is fucking cool.
Yeah, we do need to take a step back every once in a while.
Yeah.
Appreciate technology.
And not most of everyone's like, that's a Bluetooth pin, and I'm like, I thought this is kind of something a lot of people knew about.
I haven't seen anybody else using it, but I mean, it's cool.
So Alexa, no good. Amazon affiliate links, go do that. I'll try to put this. I'll probably see if there's a referral code for me getting people to sign up
I'll
for
bet
Amazon Associates.
all that stuff has referral.
But if you have an
bonuses.
Amazon Associates account and an Amazon Business account, we have 2 separate ones.
Yeah, it's kind of eaten into itself, huh? I don't know.
But I was able to do both. But you just can't have it like the same email, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The other thing is I'm kind of been obsessed with LinkedIn lately.
Yeah, I know.
Everything I'm obsessed with, you have to hear about.
I get a message from you. Yo, update your LinkedIn profile. I want to tag you in a bunch of stuff.
Well, It is that thing of like, all right, we got to raise your profile up because we have to work on our low self-esteem online a little bit. We have to brag about what we're doing a little bit better.
Yes.
And we haven't done that. And I think a big problem with us not getting to the level, that next level, I think is a lot of people don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
If you really think about it, we have very intense client work that goes online, and we pride ourselves on not putting our name at the bottom of a website when we make it,
Yeah.
or like really blatantly going out there and saying, here's what we did for this client, because it needs to, some of it needs to be a secret.
You want to hire a hype man?
I would, yeah,
Sick.
yeah, that'd be awesome. We can be our own hype men. How to be your own hype men, I guess, is going to be the title of this.
Via LinkedIn.
Well, look,
Most
so
gangster
LinkedIn,
of all the social networks.
it used to be a joke. Like LinkedIn, I remember was on 30 Rock. They made a joke like in 2008. It's like his profile's on LinkedIn, like
Yeah.
something like that, just a throwaway line, but it was
Yeah.
really funny. And I was like, yeah, it is a joke. Then Microsoft bought them. And I think maybe a year or 2 years ago, and now you're seeing all these other products kind of come about, right?
Yeah.
Well, they call it products. I call it like a feature, basically.
Well, I can remember when back in those days, LinkedIn, you'd get 500 LinkedIn invitations, and it was just like, get that out of my face. I don't care. Whatever this is, I don't want it.
Because it had no value in the
Beating you over the
beginning.
head.
It didn't have much value.
Yeah, well,
They just go, we're going to be a social network for business, and that's where it stopped, right?
well, yeah. I was turned off by the the way they did it.
Most people are. So when I tell them about LinkedIn, the first hurdle is going, no, it's legit now. It's good.
They could use a rebrand, maybe.
They slowly do it, I guess. So they have a lot of different. They're trying to get video in there. I think they don't know how. They've only let influencers post video straight up. If you post like a YouTube link, it'll play it. So we'll take this podcast. I'll put it through my personal profile, and it'll autoplay, but it won't play the sound.
Oh, well,
So-
why would we need sound for our podcast?
Well, I put in the social post. I put, hey, the sound's turned off default, so make sure you turn it on if you want to
No.
check it out. So LinkedIn, the reason I like it is because they started doing these, everybody knows the premium thing they used to really push. They still have it where you can see who looks at your profile. You can email people or in-mail people that you don't have a connection with. There's cool stuff like that. And that's a premium level. I think that's like $30. But now they have these other things that we've dipped into the last 6 months for clients. And we've talked to a couple people that have had success with them. There's the recruiter one. So if you're looking for, you need to hire somebody, which we say is the real hidden cost in a lot of businesses, is a wrong hire is negative 300% ROI. Think about that.
Yeah.
And just, you don't have to think about it in terms of like any numbers, but just think about whatever business you've been in, and they clearly hired someone that wasn't good for that, and then you ended up having to do that person's work.
Yeah. You're paying somebody new.
Right.
And somebody to train that person who's wasting their time because they're going to leave.
Right.
And then all of it's gone.
So look,
all that time.
ZipRecruiter, it'll put a job posting out there for all the sites. I like it. It's fine. If you can handle that funnel of a billion resumes coming in.
Yeah. They brag that you get one within 48 hours. It's like, well, yeah, if you do
No.
you do it on every job site or whatever, then yeah.
It's good
I
if you
hope
can
so.
handle that. And most people don't think about like, oh, we need to filter from there.
Yeah.
It's a funnel. It's a marketing funnel, essentially. You're going to get a bunch of impressions, clicks, conversion, right? You're looking for one conversion usually. We got the guys that we share a wall with over here, Digital Caviar. They're looking for an office manager that can do a couple things. And I was like, why don't you go on LinkedIn and do the job, get the recruiter. You pay per month. You can bow out after you find somebody. It's like $70 or something, which sounds high, right?
Per month?
Yeah, it sounds high, but the time
You're hoping not to have to use it longer than a month.
exactly, especially if you're a small business, you only need
Yeah.
it for one thing. but then you can tap people on the shoulder, like, hey, I see you have some film experience. I see you've done a little bit of coordinating. You've done some assistant work over here. Instead of doing this big like funnel of resumes coming in, you can kind of tap people on the shoulder by their profile. You can search for, I want this kind of experience at this level, and go, hey, why don't you apply over here with us, which is so much better.
And that's included in the recruiter gimmick. Okay. Now, what's the premium is different than that.
Premium's different from that, and then they have they have premium. They have the recruiter. They have the sales navigator, which is we just started with that.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. I don't know how to do it yet. I think if you're in hardcore business to business sales, this thing's awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to get a lot more kind of not spammy, but like, here's a new product, here's a new app, blah, 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 in my inbox, which is fine. I kind of like that stuff. But you can go, I want to target a person. You can find a person and go, I want to be able to get to them.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can target a company, an entire company, and see what they're posting. So you can kind of, it comes up in your feed. You can kind of track every day. Like if you're an aggressive salesperson, business development person, and you've got these industries you're really trying to hone in on business to business wise, you can go, I want Browning, the outdoor company, the hunting company. I want to talk to the director of marketing there.
So you're saying for the sales deal it's mostly for I'm just trying to wrap my brain around it. If in terms of like if we wanted to use that, how would we go about that?
So we would do it since we have digital services, right?
Right.
We might look at what companies are posting for. We on a previous episode we did one, the $35,000 unicorn.
Mm-hmm.
How do you a digital marketing manager? And a lot of people just don't understand. That person doesn't exist at that level. That's where you would get an agency like us. We may troll. We've been trolling a few things because I want to do it right. I don't want to like email someone just this templated thing. I'll probably send them that podcast episode. So so it's kind of
why we did it.
Well, we do it for the listeners.
Well, yeah. Oh yeah, you people.
Yeah. But at the same time, where was I going?
How would we use the sales navigator thing for us?
So we just go, okay, what are our target audiences? What are the industries? Let's start there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we like, what are our dream ones? And we talked about like, it'd be really cool to get a brewery because we feel like we can nail that. It'd be cool to get a distillery. We just like those markets because we drink a lot. It'd be cool to get, I think we could dominate a plastic surgery advertising.
Yeah.
Because they're doing it in a very corny, cheesy way. Yeah.
Tits.
For us, it's kind of, it's billboards and stuff. And I feel like our target demo is like, busy. We call it super professionals, people that are busy. They have to market their business, usually a service business. Some e-commerce would be great. Anything e-commerce that, they need help on the sales side online. A product that they have products that are probably, if they don't do a lot of volume, a product that's probably over $100.
Yeah.
Because usually if it's under that, let's say you're a Shopify thing,
Right. So the sales navigator is really a information collecting tool.
So
more
here's
than anything.
here's why LinkedIn's great. The data is more relevant and reliable than it is on any of the other social platforms, because most people keep their LinkedIn up to date once a year, let's say, and so that's basically a living resume.
Yeah,
So
no,
the fact that it's
sense.
a resume, that makes it better in the sense that the data they're putting out there, it has to be correct.
Yeah.
because you can't lie and say I work at this place doing this.
Yeah.
Because if your boss saw that, they'd be like, "What the fuck?" So, and then the other thing was like, you build your social. You can find this like grade you get for like how good your profile is in the premium part. And I was looking at that. I'm in the top 1%, baby.
People love to be graded.
I'm a 1%er. Yeah, I know. I love it. It's definitely playing to my American like competitive.
Did I
like,
win? Did I win?
Right,
LinkedIn?
right. Well, but I also like giving people reviews online, not asked for. We do it, I'll throw me your business. I'll probably give you a 5-star review because I don't care about that. Like people think that there's a moral game to it, but I want to write a recommendation for you. So it builds up your profile and thus indirectly helps our firm build up. So there's that. The last thing, and then we got to get out of here, is LinkedIn's Pro Finder. This is it's free to apply. So this is not something that you need to pay for like these other features we've been talking about. But they have Pro Finder. It's like a directory for professionals. Get it? Pro Finder?
Makes sense.
So I applied for that too. Both of these things I applied for, I think that's why I wrote them down for this episode, a while back, and they didn't accept me as like a small, medium business consultant. And I was like, what the fuck? All right. I built my resume. I built my resume, my profile up, and then I sent them an email. I was like, hey, can I reapply? What's going on? I forgot about it for a couple months. And now I'm on there. I think I'm on there as a brand consultant.
And what, you just filled out more information on your profile?
That's what happened in between the first time and then me going, can I reapply? And that probably helped. But it's one of those things where you get 10 free proposals if you're on there.
Proposals for what?
So I already had a realtor group hit me up, and they need a rebrand, a refresh for their whole company.
Right.
And they need some small business consulting help. And so that guy put it out there. And then I got the request probably Tuesday, Wednesday night, and I just filled out a little message on my phone. Here's what we're about.
Oh, I got you. So it's sending it out
Proposals.
to multiple.
You get 10 free proposals to put on.
Okay, cool.
That's huge, man.
Yeah.
If you really think about that, a lot of people struggle getting leads.
Yeah, no, for us that's huge. I feel like we do
For anybody.
a relatively good job closing those leads once we get them.
Well, then you can see if you have the premium, you can see how many people are also doing proposals to that request.
Okay.
Which is
Go out
fine.
and break their legs.
Well, I try to put it you find that filter of like, here's what we're about, and you put something in there that if they don't like that, they're probably not going to be good clients for us.
Right.
That kind of filter. So that Pro Finder is free to get listed on. Just Google LinkedIn Pro Finder, and it has like your CPA, boom, right there. What can you do in that accounting area? Accounts receivable, bookkeeping, all that stuff. And you can tag all that stuff. Same with like software developer. There's a bunch of different things you can tag. And it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Even if you're at like a company, you're fine. It's just interesting. I think it's interesting, a weird marketplace that no one knows about.
Yeah, I wonder if people are afraid to do it if they already have a job. They think it's like
Can't see it.
putting a resume out.
No one can see it.
Oh,
It's private. It's all private.
we should mention that.
That's
Now.
why it's good. That's why we don't do any pre-production, because I want you to have the questions of the
Gotcha.
and same.
You
I don't
want
want
me to
you to
look
tell me.
stupid.
No, I don't want you to tell me anything beforehand, because I want what would normal people ask, because then it just sounds stilted.
Yeah, we've been sitting in silence for 3 hours before this, just so that we didn't. have
Kind
anything.
of. All right. You got anything?
No.
Before we close it out. All right. I'm gonna bring it back out with. I got 5 on it. I think. We got that. Huh?
Say you got 5 on my dinner, you can bend her over the table, but be sure that you bring my stallion back to my stable. Say